Hey guys!
Hi guys!
Alright, so maybe something we don't review a lot of. We have a decent amount of them, but we don't review a whole lot of them. But I feel like let's go ahead and throw some videos out here of our Hot Toys, the things that we buy for Hot Toys. I don't buy a whole lot of Hot Toys because there's always a balance between do I want a statue or do I want a Hot Toy?
Right.
And Hot Toys, they rarely win against a statue for me.
Yeah.
Just the way it is. Same thing with you, I think, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Some Hot Toys are better than others. I will say that. But a few of them that I really wanted was number one, Wonder Woman. Because I do love the Trinity. And I do have Superman. And I have Batman, but he's the Ark of Batman. I'm still waiting for the Tactical Suit Batman, which I do want to buy. And then finally Wonder Woman.
Yes.
So they have two different kinds of Wonder Womans. They have, well, they have a lot of Wonder Womans, but currently there's three actually, I'll say that. They have the Justice League Wonder Woman. They also have a new Justice League concept version where she's wearing more bright colors like red and blue, not like the toned down colors like this. And then they also have her in her warrior suit.
Yeah.
So this was a Christmas gift for me. Ashley got this for me for Christmas along with some other very cool things that I'll show you here in a future video. I'm getting something together you like. I was a big fan when I saw it, and you actually got the deluxe version. This is the deluxe Wonder Woman, so very cool. Tell us about it.
This one, actually, when I saw it online, I was like, I really think Mark's going to dig this, and he kind of kept leaving little hints like, you should get this, and check this out, and you get this, so I'm like, maybe I should get Wonder Woman. But I like her. I love that her joints are covered in skin, which is important to me because I feel like when you're spending this much money on an action figure, you don't want to see that. You want to be able to like make it look more humanoid.
Yeah, I mean, when you're buying something that has like a really good face sculpt and all that, you want it to look as much like a person as possible, or else it's a doll.
Absolutely. Like, speaking of face sculpt, hers is so perfect. It looks so much like Gal Gadot. It is uncanny.
Or Gal Gadot.
Gal Gadot.
Did we ever get an official way to say that?
I don't know, and I know
say it's Gadot.
Gal Gadot. I'm sorry. It's something like that.
A lot of the people call me gal, like different variations, but I totally get it because it's hard to pronounce. But yeah, my name is Gal Gadot.
I will say though, as far as head sculpts, they have different kinds. Again, they have like the warrior one where her hair is pulled back. This one is Barbie doll hair.
Yeah, it's definitely Barbie hair.
This is one I rarely ever, actually this might be my first one I've ever bought. I hate this. I hate the Barbie doll hair because it feels like a Barbie doll, right?
Yeah.
The warrior one, they've sculpted it and it looks great. It's the best face sculpt, I'll definitely say that. But I didn't want that one over the actual Wonder Woman suit. Like, I think this is great. So now I'm gonna have to, like, I don't know, comb her hair or something. Like, when you buy a Hot Toy and they have hair like this, they put like a grease in it.
Well, they do that with all Barbies. Like, their hair has this, like, it's like a weird feeling, like they've taken a hair straightener. This one feels like a crimper went through it. And it's like dry and brittle, and I don't know. We'll have to figure out a way to fix it.
So it's might take a little work there to really kind of fit it the way I want it. So that's the drawback on this one in particular. The face sculpt's great. It's just, I do not like when they do that hair. I wish Hot Toys would do it in the future. Stop doing that and just sculpt everything. Right. You know, just sculpt everything. And it's not that they can't do long hair, because I have a Thor that they did a long hair, and the hair looked great.
Now, as far as her suit, I really do love this. I like how you have different textures in the suit. Like, you have this hard portion that's up on her torso, and then her skirt is more of like a leather feel. Yeah,
like a material.
Yeah, and I appreciate that. That's one of my favorite things about Hot Toys is you have different textures within an outfit.
Soft goods are so cool.
Yes, definitely.
You know, they're so cool, and you know, it's above and beyond when you're talking about like something like this where they cater to making sure that outfit is perfect and making sure the face sculpt is perfect. Yeah. And all that.
And they put lots of detail in it because like they can sculpt into like the texture on her chest, but then within the print of the skirt you can see that gets stamped like leather.
Yeah. She did come with the lasso of truth.
She did.
It's kind of a cheap lasso of truth, to be honest with you.
Yeah. The lasso's kind of cheap, but the leather that's like strapped around her body holding it isn't too bad.
A very cool shield.
Very cool shield.
Loving the shield. It's got a leather look to it too, which is kind of cool. I really dig that. Her God Killer sword. Which looks great as well. It's plastic though, it's not metal. I would have preferred they would have done it in metal, which would just made it look a lot cooler. Her forearm guards, her boots, I mean, everything about that is done very well. It looks just like from the movie.
I think it's perfect. The only problem that I have for the most part outside of her hair is you can see her ankle joints within the boots, and I know that that's such a small problem to have with the actual figure, but I like that. I think it's great. Her base is massive, and I think that's kind of the drawback for the whole figure overall is how big the base is.
So all of these Justice League Hot Toys have the same base, and I hate the base. Yeah, it's so gaudy, it's big, and like they're stepping down a ramp. I mean, it's bad enough what they did in the movie. Don't throw it into the Hot Toys too, please. I don't like that. I wish all of them, if you wanted to do a fancy base, I totally understand, but I wish they would also come with a very plain, basic base.
Alright, so now let's go over the accessories that are in the box and the ones that come with the deluxe version. Now, as you can see, like with all Hot Toys, they throw on a plastic cover to keep all of the accessories because they have a lot of accessories in place. So starting off, she has an extra set of arm guards that glow. She has a different lasso of truth that you can pose, and it's much more interesting to me because it has it like she's throwing it out, so I like that one a little bit better.
It looks more like an actual rope than the fake kind of crap. I'll say crappy one is.
Yeah, I agree with you. And she has 7 different hands in total in the box, plus the 2 that she has on, so 9 hands. She also has like magnetic little shinking things, like there's someone shooting bullets at her, like shing, shing, they're hitting off of there, so it's kind of cool.
Sparks,
yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Which is interesting to me, and I like that that is in the box.
Yeah, if you want something very action-packed, if you're really trying to set up a scene.
Yeah.
Especially like, that was like in the first part of the movie where she's like...
Where she comes out and she's all awesome, like, yeah.
Slide on her knees.
Setting the tone, like, I'm here to save the movie. The main thing that you get with the deluxe version is her black, like, velvety cloak, which is kind of cool, and I love how it has like the frilly little extra details on it and then the leather straps. Yeah. But this is your main extra accessory you're getting and you're paying for with the deluxe version. And it's really nice, it's big, it's fluffy, it goes all the way around her, so this is great, I love it.
I actually really liked when she wore this in the movies. Yeah. I think it actually looks really, really good. Mm-hmm. And one I would say a positive thing about this, if you do decide to put that on her, yeah, you're kind of getting rid of being able to see her like main Wonder Woman outfit. But if you don't like her hair, if the hair is a drawback, yeah, it's really cool because you can hide that hair and just show her face. Right. And then kind of hang it down and then you see the outfit. So that's a good middle ground if you're not super happy with the hair. Mm-hmm. Granted, I talk like the hair is just awful, but it's not. I'm just saying. It's not
awful, but it's not something that you particularly like.
Yeah, if I could change, I would definitely have them go into only sculpting. And she also comes with her mother box, which is big and heavy. But yeah, that's Wonder Woman.
That's Wonder Woman.
Really cool. Now, I also bought a Deadpool because this is one I had to have. Deadpool 2 was a great movie. Yeah, it was. I loved it. I love Deadpool in general, how they really sort of revamped that character. Everybody knew who Deadpool was, but nobody really like cared more than people that were super fans. But now that he's in the movies and they're good movies and they're done well, everybody loves Deadpool. Yeah. And I just had to get this one because I think this is the best thing you can get for Deadpool, just because it looks like it literally was plucked from the movie.
You can see his bone structure in the sculpt and design of this.
Yeah, this is so cool. And I love this figure so much. Number one, it's very solid. You can move him on your base and nothing moves or anything. And I like how the base is very, very, very plain. Yes. And this is what I like when you do Hot Toys like this. I don't really want you to mess with the base. I don't want you to try to make something fancy.
You don't want the base to take away from the actual figure.
For me, anyways. I know that's not for everybody, but for me, that's what I want. So, going into this figure, you only get one head sculpt. That's it. So you're not going to get a Wade Wilson, unfortunately. I wish you were, because I really like to take... almost all my Hot Toys, if it has a mask or an unmasked version, I'm going to put the unmasked version because I just think I can appreciate that head sculpt more. Yeah. But regardless, this is very cool. Now, he does have switch out eyes. So you have different versions of expressions, because that's how Deadpool shows his expressions or his eyes. And those are magnetic. You just pull them right out and pluck them back in. Now, as far as the suit goes, they really nailed this suit compared to the first one. This one looks just like from the movie. It's also more posable. So one thing about the original one, it was a very thick suit and it was hard to pose. Where this one's much thinner and it just poses easier. So you can see I have like a thumbs up on him. He's like, yeah! And it's really cool. Now one thing about Hot Toys, and depending on your climate or the weather that you live in, you gotta be careful because you don't always want to have the most dynamic pose because the suit could break over time or anything like that. So it's something to think about. And I feel like this suit might have that problem, just because it does have like a little rubber texture to it. But speaking of the texture, did they not nail that texture?
They nailed it. It's absolutely perfect. I love this one. This is probably my favorite Hot Toy you own.
Yeah, and they also changed the wrists. So in the first one, they had a wrist problem where they were breaking. This one is actually a solid piece that goes right into the wrist. It's just a much better way to do the wrists. So big fan of that. Different types of leather they use too, where you have like kind of a plastic leather on the front with all the texture, and then you have that smooth black leather on the shoulders, and then the wraparounds are plastic. Even the brown belt looks like leather. The buckle is great. You know, the thing with Deadpool, his suit, it's layered. Lots of layers.
Yes.
Lots of layers to make up his outfit. And man, I'm just a big fan of this. This could be my favorite hot toy that I own.
It's absolutely my favorite.
It's great. Now flipping around, my favorite thing on this whole figure is, you can see the back of it, he has his swords. That's magnetic, which is very cool, so I don't have to plug it into anything. Yeah. But when you take out the swords, they're actually metal.
Which is so important because Wonder Woman is not. It's like a plastic. And those feel so much more solid.
They're shiny. They look like swords. So a big fan of that. Even the guns, the pistols on the side. Like all Hot Toys pistols, they're very detailed. They have a magazine that comes out. You can see it's chambered when you pull back the slide. Like, these things are crazy detailed. And it's just the attention to detail that makes Hot Toys expensive, I'll say. Because these are always expensive. But I have 2 of those, 1 on each side. And he even has a sword on his ankle, which is cool. Again,
it's a dagger.
Metal, I think. Yeah, did I say sword?
You did.
These are swords. This is a dagger. This might be plastic, though. That feels more plastic to me. But great. Just a great figure, honestly. This one has some accessories, too, you guys might have seen. Let me show you the boxes. Show you the accessories. There's some weird ones in here. Okay, so to be honest, this has some accessories I wouldn't have cared about, and I probably paid more than I should have just because I didn't need those accessories. But nonetheless, they're very cool, so those of you that want it, I'm sure you're going to pose it that way. So we have all the different eyes. You have many different eye sets, 4 other different eye sets. If you want different expressions, you can pose those with different opposite eyes, so you can do a multitude of things. You have the neck collar. You have the X-Men jersey, which is, I think that's a cool one.
It's kind of silly, but I like it.
It is silly. Really cool though. You have his unicorn, which again, great pose, great pose thing, right? You have his high heels. This is one I just didn't care about. Like, I think it's funny, but I didn't want that at all.
It's kind of weird, but alright.
Also, you have, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 different hands other than the one he has on there. So 12 total. You have a sword. Oh, you also have little throwing stars. I didn't have those. I wonder if those fit in somewhere. I need to look at that. I could actually have missed putting that on his body. Also, another thing that makes this really, really great is it comes with this cardboard backing that gives you shelves. So all of his accessories you can actually hang. Even the jersey on a hook or on a hanger and everything. Yeah. And that can go right behind him, which looks utterly fantastic. Now for me, I don't know if I'm going to do that or not because I don't usually do that. I like to make my own backgrounds, or I will make. I don't have any yet,
like you do
that's what I want to do. Yeah, I want to do my own setup. But nonetheless, very, very cool. Again, you get so many accessories with Deadpool, and I think it's important to have the accessories because he's the type of character. He's so crazy and wild.
Yeah,
You want those different accessories. So, big fan. This is my favorite hot toy they've made this year. I think
it's my favorite.
I love it. Doctor Strange is probably going to be in there too when he comes out.
Yeah.
But man, I love this hot toy. This could be my favorite hot toy. I really, really like my Adam West one just because of who he is.
Oh yeah, totally.
Man, I love this. If you're a Deadpool fan, you have to own this. I'll say this. You must own this. Now, if you're a huge Deadpool fan and you can't have just this one, they also have another one, a variant version of his gray outfit, his X-Force outfit from the end of the movie. You saw the end of the movie, you know how it was like, boom, when he turned gray. It's really cool. I got super excited during the movie. Like, they won't do his X-Force outfit, but they kind of hinted at it, which was just as cool with the collar. I think it's just awesome. I loved it. They have that one now as an exclusive you can buy as well. I almost, in my head, decided I'll get the gray one anyways, but I was like, nah, because you have to have red. It's Deadpool, right? But anyways, here's a picture. You can see it. It's really cool. Alrighty, guys. So that was our little hot toy show-off or whatever, our review, I guess you could say.
Our little pickups from last month and this
month. Hot toys, yeah. Big fan of these. I like hot toys. Again, hot toys, they're an investment. You know, you're going to put a lot of money in because they're kind of expensive. I mean, you're talking a couple $100 or more. Some of them, they used to be much cheaper, but now things are getting crazy. But they're a great item if you're looking for something, maybe not a statue, something that looks like it was plucked from the movie.
Yeah, definitely.
Because they do look really great in a detolf cabinet, and there's something to save up for if you have a favorite character and you just want something so bad of them. You know, that's kind of what they're for.
And they're fantastic for, like, posing purposes. I think that it's great when you can get these and you can kind of accessorize them to your liking and then pose them how you want. And then you can enjoy it. And then if you're like, okay, I'm sick of this, you can change it up like you can't do with a statue.
Can't do with a statue. You got a point there. You got a good point there. So, guys, let us know in the comments, what's your favorite hot toy this year, any year? Do you have any hot toys? What do you think about them? Is it something you would invest in? Because, again, they're a couple $100 or more. Would you rather put the money in a statue? Would you rather put the money in multiple other things? Let me know down in the comments. I'm kind of interested to know. So again, guys, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks, guys. Bye.